How you doing, everybody? This is ShoTTa here, going to do a video on the main battle tank primary weapons. My last video was on the AP shell, 120mm cannon round versus the HE shell. This video is going to be on the SABOT round versus the staff shell, and an overall comparison of all three. So let's start this video off. First, we're going to start off just giving you a description of each shell to give you an idea of what they do and how you can use them in your to your advantage. So first, we got the SABOT shell, without a high explosive payload that travels at increased velocity compared to other shells of the same caliber. The staff shell is a 120mm shell with a smart warhead that will identify enemy targets and explode above them for a critical hit. So there's your description of the two shells that we're going to be using. And also, I'm going to try out the gunner incendiary. I always say that word wrong, I get tongue-tied. We'll just call it the fire. It releases kind of like the fire grenade. You throw it, it releases this large cloud of like fire burning area, and any enemies running into it will be burned alive. So you've got that now on the gunner, which is pretty cool. I'm going to show you what that looks like too. So let's start off first with the staff shell. We're going to fire at the enemy LAV, and I found that it takes 3 shots on the side, or sorry, 4 shots on the side using the staff shell. So that's 4 rounds using the staff shell to destroy the enemy LAV. Now, you really want to use this just for a critical hit. Usually the first hit with this missile will cause a mobility hit or a critical damage hit, because the missile, when it's fired, as you can see, it does this top-down attack. So you can kind of see the way the missile just moves up and then hits the tank on the top. Now, for the main battle tank, it also takes up to 4 shots with this missile to destroy the main battle tank. Now, I really think using this missile, you really want it just to kind of use it as a way of stopping tanks or armor in their tracks for a mobility hit. As for damage, it wasn't too great. 4 rounds to destroy a tank. If another tank is using high explosive rounds, you're probably going to be beat if you're using this round against them. But if you are at a distance and you're looking to maybe slow the tank down so you can flank him or come around, this would be a really cool attachment to use, just because it does give you that mobility hit or that critical damage hit. Now, I'm going to move into the SABOT shell, and that's what we're using right now. I found from the side it takes about 3 on the LAV, and it takes about 4 rounds on the main battle tank. Now, sometimes when you shoot those 4 rounds, it does mean that the tank's pretty low, and if I would have left it, like, it might have exploded too. But I found that it took about 4 rounds to fully destroy the main battle tank. So it's similar to the AP shell. It just fires a lot faster, and it doesn't have as much bullet drop. This thing really fires straight and really quick. So if you're looking for a weapon that you really want, to fire really quick and have a lot more accuracy without worrying about the bullet drop, then you could go with the SABOT shell. I still find the HE shell to be very powerful, and against armor it was much better than these 2 rounds. These 2 rounds can be used in different situations where I think they can benefit you. The SABOT shell maybe on the staff shell maybe on a bigger map where you want to disable enemy armor from a distance by giving them that critical hit. And the same thing with the SABOT round. Maybe you want to fire at tanks that are further away a little bit faster. You probably get your shots off faster, and you won't worry about the bullet drop too much. So there you go. We tried it out on the helis. That was first the SABOT round, and it took 2 rounds for the heli, so similar to the AP shell, whereas the staff shell on the helis took about 3 rounds to destroy helicopters. So the staff shell is not really useful against air vehicles. I wouldn't recommend using it against air vehicles. As you can see, 3 rounds is way too much, whereas once again the high explosive round only took 1 shot with helicopters to destroy it. So if you're looking for that 1-shot kill, then you're better to go with the HE rounds. Overall, I find that When it comes to these 2 rounds, I'm not really going to be using them. I found for the loadout that I like so far in the main battle tank is the heavy machine gun, which is just amazing against infantry. I found that weapon to be really good and also really good against air vehicles and high explosive round. Now it may be slower and it may have a lot more bullet drop, but if you can compensate for those 2 things, you will deal with armor a lot quicker and a lot faster. Whereas with these rounds, you're going to have to be a little bit more tactical on your approach because it takes more rounds to destroy a vehicle. So once again, and I didn't do a run through on how to shoot them in the back, but I just estimated it. I would say on the back for the LAV, obviously it's going to be 2 rounds using the SABOT shell. And for the main battle tank, it will be the same, 2 rounds, similar to the AP shell. Now, the staff shell, on the other hand, remember that's a top-down hit, so even if you shoot them in the back, it's still going to hit them on the top. So it still remains 4 rounds to destroy enemy armor. That doesn't change because this missile is a top-down attack. Now, if I am wrong, anyone could let me know. I might actually go check in and try to aim for the back. But as far as I know, this missile really takes a lot of rounds to destroy armor. You more want to use it as a critical hit. So here we are. We're going to move into these explosive or fire rounds that are on the secondary for the gunner. And I wanted to give you a distance on how they work. I kind of measured it out to be anywhere from 5 to 10 meters that you can launch this fire grenade, and you can actually burn infantry, maybe C4 guys that are coming around you, trying to C4 you. And I tried firing it up in the air to see if it goes further, but it just explodes in the air, and I found like you can see it right there, anywhere from 5 to 10 meters. As you can see, I've got the targets at about 15 meters, just to kind of give you an estimate of how far you can shoot these fire rounds. Now remember, I say fire rounds because I hate pronouncing incendiary. Like, it just gets me tongue-tied. I've tried it over and over again. It's funny. And I find this a lot easier. So we'll just leave it at that, and you can get a good joke there. Once again, here you go, just to give you a whole look of it and how it looks. It really was cool. We tried it out in a game, and it works really good. Here you're going to see me get out and just show you kind of... I got out, and it still burned me and killed me even after it had stopped there, so it was pretty quick. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Peace out.